I've waited, I know why I've been blue. I prayed each night for someone exactly like you. Why should we spend money on a show or two? No one else does love scene, honey, exactly like you. You make me feel so grand, I just want to spend the world with you. You seem to understand these foolish little dreaming, and I'm dreaming, and I'm scheming, and I'm scheming. Now I know why my mama taught me to be true. She meant me for someone exactly like you. I know why I've waited, I know why I've been blue. Prayed each night for someone exactly like you. Why should we spend money on a show or two? No one else does love scenes, honey, exactly like you. You make me feel so grand, I just want to hand the world to you. You seem to understand these foolish little scheming, and I'm dreaming, and I'm dreaming, and I'm dreaming. Now I know why my mama taught me to be true. She meant me for someone, baby, exactly like you. Yeah, I don't know what brought that tune to mind, but that's a great oldie. And it's the Great American Songbook. A foggy day in London town, it had me low, it had me down. I viewed the morning with such alarm. That British Museum had lost all its charm. How long, I wondered, would this thing last? But the age of miracles had not passed, and suddenly I saw you standing there, and in foggy London town the sun was shining everywhere. Everywhere now. Great George Gershwin tune, A Foggy Day. So, anybody, if you got a request, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to let them pop into my head. Well, third song in, I usually do a ballad, and here's my new favorite one. And this is actually one of the more requested songs. I put this on the second tier. It's not as much as like Stardust, but much more than, I mean, it comes up every once in a while over the years. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, men have named you. You're so like the lady with the mystic smile. Is it only 'cause you're lonely they have blamed you for the strangeness of your smile? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is that your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been laid at your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Just lost and lonely, lovely work of art. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, men have named you. You're so like the lady with the mystic smile. Is it only 'cause you're lonely they have blamed you for the Mona Lisa strangeness of your smile? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is that your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been laid at your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a lost and lonely, lovely work of art? Yeah, great. Nat King Cole. I was thinking a couple of his today. Say it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Yes, it's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree. It wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Bonham and Bailey tune, just as groovy as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just phony as it can be. But wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. If you believed in me. If you believed in me. Hey, John. And Racy. All right. What a regular crowd is shuffling in. We had a little scheduling difficulty this morning. Operator error here. I thought I scheduled the show, but I might have scheduled it for 2 in the morning or something and missed it and hit the AM instead of the PM. So, anyway, that's inside baseball. All right, here's something a little different. The Great American Songbook has got some new heroes. I'd call Paul Simon one of them. When I look back on all the crap I learned in high school, it's a wonder I can think it all. My lack of education hasn't hurt me none. I can read the writing on the wall. Kota Crow, you bring me the night, bright in summer, bring me the greens of the summer, makes you feel all the world's a sunny day. Oh yeah, I got a Nikon camera, won't you take my photograph? Take my Kota Crow away. When I took all the girls I knew when I was single, put them all together for a night, you know they never match my sweet imagination. Everything looks worse in black and white. Kota Crow, you bring me the night, bright magic, bring me the greens of summer, to feel all the world's a sunny day. Oh yeah, I got a Nikon camera, love to take my photograph. Don't you take my Kota Crow away. Mama don't take my Kota Crow, Mama don't take my Kota Crow, Mama don't take my Kota Crow away. Mama don't take my Kota Crow, leave your baby all alone. Mama don't take my Kota Crow away. Mama don't take my Kota Crow, Mama don't take my Kota Crow, Mama don't take my Kota Crow. All right, Kota Crow. Well, thank you for getting up, Racy. Good day, sunshine. It's been a long, cold, lonesome winter. Little darling, it seemed like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. I said, it's alright. Little darling, the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seemed like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Some Beatles. That almost counts as the Great American. I mean, I'm not going to get into that. Well, I don't see any requests, so I'm just going to keep going. Here's one I haven't done in a long time. I hope I remember it. I've been thinking it's one I should be doing. Heaven. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that gather around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Now I love to climb a mountain, reach the highest peak. Wouldn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. I love to go out fishing on a river or a creek. That wouldn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arms about you. The charms about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. I love to climb a mountain to reach the highest peak. Wouldn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. I'd like to go out fishing on a river or a creek. Wouldn't like that half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arms about you. The charms about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so I can hardly speak, and I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing, out together dancing. We're out together dancing cheek to cheek. All right. Oh, good. Your uncle is the best. Yo. Well, thanks for the applause, folks. Well, thinking about Nat King Cole, one of the great stories I love about Nat King Cole is he was a piano player playing with the trio in, I think it was Chicago. Might have been St. Louis, somewhere in the Midwest. And it was Nat King Cole Trio. And he was a piano player, had a guitar player and a drummer. He didn't need no bass player. He had what they call deep time. I mean, he was an amazing piano player. All that got thrown aside as soon as he started singing. So what happened was that Frank Sinatra came out with a big hit on a song called Sweet Lorraine. And it was a hit overnight, and people loved it. And this lady came into the bar that Nat King Cole was working at. And after a few drinks, she came over to the piano and said to him, gave him $20, put it on the piano and said, would you sing that new song, Sweet Lorraine? And Nat King Cole looked at her and said, I'm sorry, I don't sing. And at the time, nobody thought that much of it, because nobody knew what he sounded like. But luckily, there were two guys in the band, and they didn't care what he sounded like. There was a $20 bill on the table, and that was like 1940, so that was about like $200. And they started throwing things at him. What do you mean you don't sing? Sing a song. Well, we know what happened. The minute he opened his mouth and started to sing, everybody went, whoa. He recorded that song, Sweet Lorraine, and from that point on, he was Nat King Cole, the singer, who just happened to play the piano. I just found joy. I'm as happy as a baby boy with another brand new choo-choo toy. When I'm with my sweet Lorraine, she's got a pair of eyes that are bluer than the summer skies. When I look at them, I realize why I love my sweet Lorraine. When it's raining, I don't miss the sun, 'cause it's in my sweetie's smile. Just to think that I'm the lucky one who will let her down the aisle. Each night I pray that nobody steals her heart away. I just can't wait until that lucky day when I marry sweet Lorraine. It's raining, I don't miss the sun, 'cause it's in my sweetie smile. Just to think that I'm the lucky one who will lead her down the aisle. Each night I pray that nobody steals her heart away. I just can't wait until that lucky day when I marry sweet Lorraine. When I marry sweet Lorraine. When I marry sweet Lorraine. Sweet Lorraine. Nat King Cole, classic. Hey! I'd say Ed. Ah, yes, sir. Well, okay, Ed. See, this is the way my mind goes a little crazy. But I was thinking of playing this song. It was one of my new favorite songs. And I remember Ed and I, Ed's my nephew, and we went to see in the park in Seattle, we saw Arlo Guthrie. And he actually did the whole Alice's Restaurant, which was amazing. And I heard he hadn't done it for years before that, but then he started doing it. I'm not going to do it. Everybody can relax. That ain't happening. But he also had a big hit with this song that I love. Oh, riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. Restless riders. All along the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out from Kankakee, rolling over homes and farms and fields, passing trains that have no name, freight yards full of old black men, scrap yards full of rust and automobiles. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Playing cards with the old man in the club car, penny a point and no one's keeping score. Pass the paper bag that holds the bottle, feel the rhythm of the rails through the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their father's magic carpets made of steel. Mothers with their babies sleeping, rocking to the gentle beat. The rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Now nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing trains in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home we'll be there by morning. See the Mississippi darkness roll to the sea, and golden sands and the rain. Railroad ain't heard the news. Porters sing their sad refrain. Passengers will please refrain. Train has got to disappear in railroad blues. Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Yeah, Arlo Guthrie. Steve Goodman actually wrote that song. Great songwriter. All right. So remember, folks, if you got a request, put it in a green or a purple. Well, thank you. A green or a purple emoji there. Oh, thank you. Dominique. So, all the memories. So Dominique, you remember that song, Dominique? I I love to do improv, and I was doing improv one time when people were doing slides. Somebody was showing off pictures that they had. This was in Paris. And all of a sudden, I was just playing, noodling around on the piano. And all of a sudden, there was a whole scene of a bunch of nuns right by the water, like with jars getting water. I don't remember it now, but I started to play Dominican, and they cracked up. Well, thank you, everybody. I still don't see any requests, so I'm just going to keep going here. It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, forever and a day. Radio and telephone, the music that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time we'll go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay, forever we're going a long, long way. And in time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. Our love is here, our love is here to stay. My dear, our love is here to stay, forever we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. Our love is here, our love is here to stay. Great George Gershwin tune. And that actually is the last song that George wrote. That was the last song that he wrote, and he never wrote it down. The only reason we have that song is he had a good friend, Oscar Levant. And Oscar Levant was a great piano player, and he was also quite the character. He would always come up, I remember him coming on the Jack Parr show and talking about how he was good friends with George. And I think he told this story. That George wrote this down, and he played it for Oscar, and he said it's going to be in the new show. And then he got a brain tumor, and he passed away about 6 months later, but he never wrote again. And it was after the funeral that Oscar Levant went to George's brother Ira and said, this is the song that George wrote for the play. And Ira Gershwin put the lyrics after George had already passed away. So I was playing in Central Park once. I was playing the melodica, and I would play that song. And this old guy was coming by. He was in a wheelchair, and the guy was pushing him, and he was walking by slow, and he stopped, and he was listening while I was playing the song. So as he walked by me, and he was going out of the park, I just said to him, offhand, I said, by the way, that was the last song that George wrote, because, I just like to share the info that I got. And he answers me like, he says, oh, yeah, I remember George. He was a great guy. And he started to tell me all these stories about Hart, Rogers and Hart, Larry Rogers, or it was Larry Hart, I forget which one, but anyway, he started talking like they were his buddies. I never saw him again. I don't know who he was, but it just cracked me up. In New York, you never know what's going to happen. Okay. here's a request from last week that I think I can pull off. Just in time, I found you just in time. Before you came, my time was running low. I was lost, the losing dice were tossed. My bridges all were crossed, nowhere to go. Now you're here, and now I know just where I'm going. No more doubt or fear, I found my way. 'Cause you came just in time, I found you just in time. You came in my time, my lovely day. I found you just in time. Before you came, my time was running low. I was lost, losing dice were tossed, bridges all were crossed, nowhere to go. Now you're here, and now I know just where I'm going. No more doubt or fear, I found my way. 'Cause you came just in time, I found you just in time. You came and ran my time, my lovely day. Just in time, my lovely day. All right, just in time. Well, thanks. I tell you, the problem is they go by so fast I don't see what anybody's saying. Well, in the Nat King Cole vein, I got a couple more I want to do. There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. And though he wandered very far, over land and sea, a little shy and sad of eye, and very wise was he. And then one day, on magic day, he came my way. And though he spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me: the greatest thing you can ever learn is how to love and be loved in return. very strange enchanted boy. And though we wander very far over land and sea, a little shy and sad of eye, very wise was he. And then one day, one magic day, he came my way. No, he spoke of many things, fools and kings. This he said to me: the greatest thing you can ever learn is how to love and be loved in return. Nature Boy. So I told the story about Nat King Cole and how he went from being a piano player to a singer. And I remember I used to watch him. He had a 15-minute show, and him and Liberace. And right after I would get done practicing, my mom would watch Nat King Cole and Liberace. And I remember, it's like I remember vividly, he'd be sitting there at the piano smoking a cigarette, and he'd sing a couple lines, and then he'd get up and he'd walk away from the piano and stand at the microphone. He was Nat King Cole, the singer. Except for this song. Start reading the thing, then I forget what song I'm doing. Now, if you ever plan to motor west, take the highway, not the byway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. It winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles along the way. Get your kicks, Route 66. Now you go through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri. Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. Gotta see Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. If you get hip to the timely tip when you're taking your California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Hey, Win, thank you. St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. Gotta see Amarillo, Gallup, Charlotte, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. If you get hip to the timely tip when you're taking your California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Yeah. All right. Now here's one of the requests from a few weeks ago. I love this song. Oh, thanks, John. Oh, my. Living for you is easy living. It's easy to give when you're in love, and I'm so in love. There's nothing in life but you. I'll never regret the things I'm given. It's easy to give when you're in love. I'm happy to do whatever I do for you. For you. I am such a fool, but it's fun. People try to tell me one wave of your hand, darling, it's grand. They just don't understand that living for you is easy living. It's easy to live when you're in love, and I'm so in love. There's nothing I owe my life but you. I am such a fool, but it's fun. People say you rule me with one wave of your hand, darling, it's grand. They just don't understand understand that living for you is easy living. It's easy to live when you're in love, and I'm so in love. There's nothing in my life but you. Easy to live in. With a little sophisticated lady thrown in. I just thought it'd be easy to love the sophisticated lady, and they would just kind of seem to go together, so. Whew. Well, folks, you know, those who've been here for a while know that this piano's new, and my hands are doing okay. I gotta say, I'm going to schedule a show for Friday, and this time I'll try and make sure I do it right. And just do every other day, at least for a week or two, till I see how things go. The short story is I've had problems playing on real pianos for a long time, but I am grateful I got this to do now. Well, I'm going to indulge myself, because I always this is just a great song to finish up with. What do you do when you get lonely? Nobody's waiting by your side. You've been running and hiding much too long. I guess it's just your foolish pride. Layla, you got me on my knees, Layla. I'm begging you, darling, please, Layla. Darling, ease my worried mind. Try to give you consolation, and all you do is put me down. Like a fool, I fell in love with you. You turned my world upside down. Layla, you got me on my knees, Layla. I'm begging you, darling, please, Layla. Darling, ease my worried mind. Make the best of a situation, or I'll finally go insane. Please don't say never find a way, and all our love has been in vain. Layla, you got me on my knees, Layla. I'm begging you, darling, please, Layla. Darling, ease my worried mind. Eric Clapton, great song. Layla. Love the big heart. Thank you, Dominique. All right. Whew. Oh, I love playing that song. In fact, in the beginning, I just learned Layla just so I could play the last part. But now I like doing the whole song. Well, thanks a lot for coming, everybody. And even though I was late in getting everything together, it's amazing. It used to happen when I was on my way to a gig in the middle of traffic, and I got 10 minutes to get the place, and it looks like it's going to take at least 20. And I swear, over 25 years, I was never late for a gig, never. But it was really close, a lot of times, really close. But when the hour came around, I was ready to kick it off. So thanks for coming, everybody, and I hope I'll see you on Friday. And anything goes, which is kind of like anything goes every day. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago. It went right to my head. Wherever I may roam, land or sea or foam, you can always hear me singing a song. Show me the way to go home. Thanks. And I'm working on The Best Is Yet to Come. That, I'll tell you, that's a piece to work on. But it's a great song. I love it. So, Lynn, I'll get that for pretty soon. No promises. And thanks again, everybody. It still amazes me. Baby, I'm amazed. Oh, I need to see you Friday.